Anak na rin ako ng mahirap noon.
Tatay ko gobernador noon, may iniwan sa amin.
I come from a poor father.
Hindi namin mahirap. Wala kami noon, mahirap lang eh.
No, my father was governor when he died. At least alam niya maghanap buhay because we had a nice plant and a lumber yard. Yung fourth year pa kami. I had $1 million already.
Ako hindi ako milyonaryo.
Promise you now in front of the soldiers and everybody. I will produce that account. At sinasabi ko sa inyo, you can shoot me if it exceeds 40 million.
A little less than 200 million. Hindi naman ganun kalaki.
So, nung una lumabas yun, dininay ng spokesman nyo. Then the following day, you admit. Ano pong magsabi nyo?
Kasi walang account na 200. A little lesser than 200.
Rodrigo himself was born in Maasin, southern Leyte, before the family relocated to Davao. Over time, they built a political dynasty, with Rodrigo serving as mayor for over 2 decades. So no, this isn't a rags to riches story. This is a story of calculated ambition, of a family that has lied, schemed, and killed their way to the top.
That is fabricated.
He does not own it because it is non-existent.
A little less than 200 million.
Anak na rin ako ng mahirap.
I was born in 1945. Nagtrabaho ako. Lahat ng trabaho, lahat ng hirap. Hanggang bago ako nag-retire sa politics. Do you think I cannot accumulate even 5 billion?
Isasabihin ko lang, nung una wala daw pamasahe, pero ngayon mayaman daw. Pero just para lang ma-record.
And let's not forget the apple that didn't fall far from the tree, Sara Duterte Carpio. The vice president, who was recently impeached by the House of Representatives, has her own track record of insanity. Remember her candid rant about hiring an assassin to kill President Bongbong Marcos, the First Lady, and the President's cousin, House Speaker Martin Romualdez?
Huwag ka mag-alala, ma'am, sa security ko. Kasi may kinausap na ako na tao. Sinabi ko sa kanya, kapag pinatay ako, patayin mo si BBM, si Lisa Araneta, at si Martin Romualdez. No joke. No joke. Nagbilin na ako, ma'am. Pag namatay ako, sabi ko, huwag ka tumigil, hanggang hindi mo mapatay sila.
Or her disturbing fantasy about beheading the president.
Kasi kinukulang nila ako. Andiyan na sila, umabot na sila sa kulang. Nagsama-sama na silang lahat. Gusto ko, ang galing ng ulo niya ba? Imagine myself cutting his head.
This isn't just political rivalry. This is the behavior of someone who needs her head checked, literally.